What is the model view controller concept, MVC? And model view controller, usually known as MVC, is a software design pattern that is commonly used for developing user interfaces that divide the related program logic into three interconnected elements. And here you can see we have the model, we have the view, and we have the controller. And let us continue. The MVC components. The first thing you have the model. And what is the model? The model is the central component of the pattern, and it is the application's dynamic data structure independent of the user interface. It directly manages the data, logic, and rules of the application. And in short words, we're going to say a model contains the data to view. There is no special thing on it. A model is just contains the data to view. As you can see, we have, for example, in our browser, different information to view, which comes from the data, from the database, and the model contains the data to view. And the second thing we're gonna say, the view. The view, what is the view? The view is any representation, as you can see, of information such as a chart, diagram, or table, and multiple views of the same information are possible, such as a bar chart for management and a tabular view for a content. A view contains the presentation of the graphical interface. As you can see, this is the model view controller. The model is what you have in your database. A model contains what you have in your database, but the view is what you are seeing in your browser, on your browser. For example, you have a form. In order to fill different information in these different imports, what you have to see in your browser, the graphical representation, this is what we call the view. Very simple and very easy. And the controller, as you can see here, accepts inputs and converts it to commands for the model or view. A controller contains the logic concerning the actions performed by the user. As you can see, a controller is like an interface. A controller is like an interface between the view. This is the view, for example, and this is the model. And the interface, the controller is like an interface, because if you fill, for example, some inputs in your view in order to be saved in a database, this information must first of all pass via the controller, and the controller will convert this information in order to be saved in your database. And the model will get all data, will contains all data you have saved in your database. This is the controller, like an interface. I think that you are going to really understand this concept when we are going to track out the controller. Very simple and very easy. And let us first see this interaction that we have here. This is the view, what you have in your browser. I can draw, for example, a simple user here. I'm gonna say, for example, here, and I'm seeing what I have on my browser. This is the view, and as you can see here, we have the model fills the view, because different information we have in our database must appear in our view. And the reason why, as the data contains different data of our database, and the model fills this information in our views. And if I want, for example, to save something in my database, what I'm going to do, I'm going to write, for example, as you can see here, the user, by using this view, cannot only see, but can also, for example, write, saving, for example, something to the database via the controller. And the controller will be like an interface, and then I'm going to update the information in my database, and the model will also be updated and fills the new information in my view. And as you can see, this other sense means if, for example, I write something, I save something to the database by using the controller, if the controller, if the service is succeeded or cancelled, the controller must notify me. Reason why you can see here notifies. The controller notifies the user who is using the view. You can see, for example, if you create an account after filling different inputs and you click on the validation button, you're gonna get, for example, a notification the account has been created successfully. And this is what I can talk about the model view controller concept. Very simple and very clear.